According to industry experts, the prospects for the duck farming industry look very promising in the upcoming years, especially for breeding models focused on producing high-quality output products. This is consistent with the overarching structural shift happening in the livestock industry towards more concentrated, high-quality food production that meets heightened consumer demands for safe and healthy lifestyles. As a result of this larger trend, a series of new duck slaughterhouses have been constructed to serve the increasing needs of consumers for duck meat products. So if you're curious about the operation and processes utilized at large-scale industrial duck slaughter plants, follow along as we go behind the scenes. The interior of a factory capable of slaughtering millions of ducks every single day is an extremely modern facility. Overall demand for duck meat is on the rise around the world, with total global duck meat production now estimated at around 5 million tons annually. Of that, a staggering 4.15 million tons, representing 83% of the worldwide total, were produced in Asia alone. China is the undisputed leader, accounting for a full 69% of duck meat production worldwide. In general, duck meat production has seen steady growth at a rate of approximately 4% over the past decade as it gains popularity. Nutritionally speaking, experts are somewhat divided on whether duck meat is definitively better or worse for you compared to chicken meat. However, duck is assessed to have a relatively balanced and favorable overall nutritional composition that makes it a healthy option. While duck has long been a staple in many Asian cuisines, European consumers in countries like Hungary, Germany, the Netherlands, and France are also gradually recognizing the appealing flavor profile and nutritional value of duck meat, leading to continuously increased import demand across the continent. This burgeoning European market serves as a strong impetus driving further development of the industrial duck farming and slaughtering industries. Some of the key characteristics defining the current state of duck farming operations in Asia include the transition away from traditional lower output farming systems to more closed and concentrated breeding models utilizing indoor barn floor systems. These modern indoor facilities are being successfully developed and implemented to meet the intensive production needs of an industrialized agricultural operation, while also addressing animal health requirements, enabling better control of ammonia gas and environmental impacts, and allowing for conversion of livestock waste into organic fertilizers. More and more duck producers are shifting to raising their flocks in these closed and environmentally controlled cage systems where temperature, humidity, and other atmospheric factors can be tightly managed. In reality, these environmental parameters play a critical role in determining all the other key technical factors and metrics like growth rate, feed conversion ratio, and overall animal health and well-being, which collectively allow the ducks to develop comprehensively and reach their full productive potential in line with established standards. Of course, feed itself remains the single most important element, as ducks require a specialized diet formulated from a combination of energy-rich, protein-rich, and mineral-rich food sources. For optimal growth, the feed must always be fresh and fragrant rather than stale or moldy, and it has to provide a balanced nutritional profile tailored to meet the specific physiological needs of the ducks during each stage of their life cycle. In order to induce the ducks to eat heartily and convert their feed as efficiently as possible, a technique called new feeding is employed, whereby new batches of appetizing fresh feed are regularly swapped in to stimulate the duck's desire to eat more when the existing feed supply starts to lose its aroma and appeal. Once the ducks managed under these production systems have reached their ideal target slaughter weight, they are transported in an efficient and humane manner to processing facilities for slaughter. The actual duck slaughter process itself is carried out within an enclosed and hygienic environment that adheres to all food safety requirements, much like chicken slaughter lines. The typical stages involved include hanging the live ducks on a conveyor line, blood draining and cutting, feather plucking, cleaning to remove any remaining feather debris, butchering, and evisceration. Antimicrobial treatment, refrigeration or freezing, weight stamping and labeling, and finally bagging of the finished product into packaging. These large-scale automated duck slaughter lines integrated into modern industrial production plants enable much higher productivity and efficiency compared to traditional methods. They significantly shorten processing times, reduce water usage and labor requirements, while still producing cleanly slaughtered and packaged finished products that meet international export standards. Because these lines are largely automated rather than relying on human workers, every key machine position and process point along the line is precisely controlled and monitored by programmable logic controllers and integrated touchscreen interfaces to ensure consistent quality. Of course, while highly automated, the duck slaughter lines still require human oversight and participation from workers who are assigned to perform specific tasks at different key stages. For instance, the water immersion tanks used to initially loosen the duck feathers before plucking must be carefully prepared. These tanks are filled with heated water maintained at a precise temperature around 70 degrees Celsius, while the conveyor system is set to cycle the hanging ducks slowly through the hot water bath by lowering them in and raising them back out with the optimal dwell time calculated to sufficiently loosen the feathers across the whole body. Next, as the ducks emerge from the immersion tanks, workers positioned along the line physically hand-pluck any stubborn remaining feathers that didn't completely loosen. Once defeathered, the ducks are transferred over to specialized shackle racks custom-sized for their bodies, where they are hung by their heads on one end and feet on the other in preparation for butchering. From there, the shackle-hung ducks proceed along an automated sorting line before entering the eviscerating stations where their legs, heads, and other appendages are cut away from the main body trunk using industrial cutting machines. Simultaneously, the internal organs are carefully extracted and diverted to a separate stream for cleaning and processing based on whether they will be harvested for consumption or discarded as offal. Depending on particular output specifications and an individual plant's degree of process integration, the duck bodies themselves may then be conveyed to additional chopping or cutting stations to be further broken down into primal cuts, processed meat pieces, or left whole before finally being routed through the requisite antimicrobial chilling or freezing systems that ready the meat for safe storage and transport to distribution. Throughout the entire process chain, virtually all of the handling, transferring, cutting, and chilling is accomplished through highly engineered modern machinery and industrial technology tailored for poultry processing. By automating as many steps as possible in this manner, the total slaughter time for each duck is significantly reduced compared to traditional manual methods, consequently lowering the potential for any food safety hazards posed by microbial exposure or cross-contamination. Meanwhile, computerized controls enable the main operating parameters governing machine speed, temperature settings, and other calibrated process variables all along the line to be automatically or semi-automatically adjusted and maintained within their optimal ranges. This integrated technological oversight further enhances the overall quality and consistency of the final duck meat products. Thanks to these modern industrialized production methods, the duck meat produced in these facilities has gained positive reviews and strong market acceptance. That concludes our inside look into the operations of large-scale duck slaughter plants. If you found this video interesting and insightful, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. For now, goodbye, and we'll see you again next time with more engaging video content.